Morning creeps up quietly in the arid wasteland. You wake up and step out of your tent into the crisp air, yawning, stretching, and blinking in the orange light of the rising sun. The fiery orb's warm ways are welcome, in stark contrast to how you will all feel in a few hours. Your crew, groggy still after an early start, shambles around your camp, busy with their chores. Some of them are still huddled around their dying fires. You look at the horizon to the north and find it empty against the morning haze. Yet you know that beyond that jagged line, the way station of Karnak awaits. A short stop on your way to a proper city. Less than a week of trudging through the plains and you reach Orszag's shelter. You hope to rest there and find much needed work. In fact, this was the reason you took the Comitatus north to Terra Supra, the lands beyond. New opportunities. The previous Vagrus of this traveling company perished several weeks ago, and even though you worked for her only for a few months and are indeed quite new to this wandering business, the crew elected you to take her place because she trusted your abilities. "Morning, Vagrus," one of the guards walks up to you and draws you out of your reverie. "That old geezer you talked to last night is about to leave and wanted to say goodbye before he does." You nod and head to the campfires. You find the old storyteller in the process of packing his meager equipment while whistling a tune. Talk to the old man. You clear your throat discreetly. "Thank you for coming, good master," the old man says, still fiddling with his sling bag. "I will not go to Orszag's shelter with you. My path leads elsewhere. I am grateful to you for letting me travel with your comitatus. Ah, yes, and I hope I've earned my keep." Because he had no coin nor anything of value when you came across him in the middle of nowhere 3 days ago, you allowed the old man to travel with you and eat from your stores in exchange for entertaining your crew with stories along the way. And true enough, no hour has passed since without a tale being recited by the strange fellow. He even made an effort to entertain you while sitting at your campfire last night. Be that as it may, you allowed him to tag along as an act of kindness. The old man turns to you and smiles innocently. "I may be able to repay you more properly by giving some advice, eh? If you don't mind me saying, good master, you're only starting your venture as a Vagrus, and perhaps you could use such wisdom." Listen to his advice. "All right. First off, there are a lot of rumors going around in a city as great as Grimtorgag, but even in smaller settlements too. Listen to these, for there's often truth to such gossip, and talks can guide you to business opportunities, values, or interesting places. Often French news is the most valuable commodity you can possess, especially until you have a sizable cargo hold to haul large amounts of goods across the wasteland. If I were you, I'd find some work as soon as possible, preferably something your crew can manage without much difficulty. Perhaps from one of them trading houses. You could also find some passengers who are willing to pay for the security your comitatus can provide, yes? Almost every mancio has folk looking for traveling companions." The old man scratches his beard thoughtfully. "Before setting out, it is best you decide what your destination will be and prepare accordingly. Wandering around aimlessly in the wasteland is a sure way to get killed or to starve, good master. That one's chances are better when the burden can be shared with trusty companions. I'd start looking for such folk as soon as I'm in a big city. There's a man I know in Orszag, now that I think about it, who could help you with such matters and more." Tell him you are listening. "The chap is called Braxius. Strange fellow, really, not only because of his peculiar lineage. You'll see, he runs a shop, ah yes. He'll buy any trinket off of you that you do not need any longer. He may sell you something useful, too. Who knows? I'm just remembering now. He once sold a Gavranian wood talisman to an orc mercenary who... where was I, good master?" Ask him where you can find this man called Braxius. So Braxius' shop, just east off the Calories Market, in a small street that has a dark stone statue of Mercatus over a fountain. Best of luck. Caravans be with you, good master. I'd better go now. You thank him and wish him well, and then take your leave. You watch the old man as he walks away alone into the wasteland. It is time to set out. Orszag's shelter is waiting. But before that, it would behoove you to visit Karnak Way Station, only about a day's travel to the north. You could obtain much-needed supplies and news there. Maybe even find work. Who knows? You set out across the wasteland. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Man the Maker, and welcome to a new Let's Play series for Vagrus, the Riven Realms. We have played this game before, and I've been thinking about it again, and I thought, you know what? I want to dive back into it. Last time we kind of did the tutorial-ish start. This time we're just diving right in, obviously, into the kind of open world section of the game, where I expect us to do quite poorly. The game is hard, and I don't understand it. So we'll see how things go. That being said, we're going to have fun along the way, I think. I mean, I really went in for the reading there, and the game is word heavy. And I will just put a warning out there, you know, I'm going to do a lot of reading. The game is not a fast-paced game. It is a slow, thoughtful, atmospheric, narrative-driven game. It's not really narrative-driven, but it does have a lot of words, like I said. So, there you go. We have already developed, created our Vagrus. The particulars of that really don't matter so much. If I can even remember where this stuff is, which maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't want that. I want not there. Yes. No. Okay. It doesn't matter. I can't remember where anything is. It's fine. Basically, we are a human here in this world. And if you're unfamiliar with this world, well, basically the point of the game is you drive a caravan, this comitatus, as the Vagrus, through a world that has been riven by a great calamity. And that's pretty much it. Things will happen, encounters, events, fights, trading, all kinds of things, and we don't really know what we will encounter out here. So we're going to figure that all out together. I have played before. Like I said, I have another series on where I learned a lot of the basics. I still don't know all that much. I'm actually a little bit annoyed now that I can't be. There we go. I'm just going to bring this up real quick. If you know the game, then you can take a look at this. And if you don't know, don't really worry about it right now. I mean, you can put points into things and they make you better at certain things, right? Basic RPG stuff. The one thing that I will say, so I've realized that I've got a little bit of an image problem amongst my core community, in particular on the Discord and the people that come to my streams. They seem to think that I revel in smuggling illicit goods and participating in other unpleasant behaviors. Well, today we're going to try and turn that image around. We are going to try and be the good guys here. We are going to follow the path of righteousness and help as many people as we can. And not everyone. I mean, you know, survival is important, but we are not going to do the naughty bits, okay? I'm just putting that out there now. We'll see how long it goes until I break that promise. But the idea here, they're still slave. I mean, you start with slaves. The game has a slave economy. I don't even know. Maybe if I was better at the game, I could entertain the possibility of operating without them. And maybe at some point in this run we'll get there, but I'm not there right now. I mean, if I drop this, I just stand no chance. You really need them. They're cheap labor, free labor. Okay, so we've already rolled it back a little bit. And with that in mind, I mean, I think we can just go ahead and get started, right? We need to go over to Karnak Way Station. We also have. Can I scroll the map? No. Apparently I cannot. Karnak Way Station. And then eventually we're going to go up to Orszag's shelter, but that's quite far away. And it suggests that we go here. And how do we do that? I mean, we can actually go wherever we want right now. I should point out, if you're unfamiliar with the game, that it is not even released yet. You can get a demo on Steam, I believe, and they're still crowdfunding it on Fig. I'll put a link to that down below. And the game was given to me for free by the developers. Okay, that's out of the way. Right, we could actually just go wherever we want. You have a certain amount of movement points. You got a whole bunch of stats going on over here. I mean, a lot of it you could probably put together what they mean. You got your monies, how much you're carrying and how much you can carry, supplies for how long. Vigor is just the health of your people, basically. Morale is your morale. And that's, we can approach things as they come, right? We don't need to just dive into everything right away. I don't really like to do that. So let's just go ahead and move. We have arrived at Karnak Way Station. The Comitatus descends into the Great Basin that shelters Karnak Way Station from the worst of the jagged wastes, dust, and rock storms. Even at this distance from the walled compound, you can see that the outpost is vastly overcrowded. Dozens of Comitati and literally hundreds of travelers swarm the confines of Karnak Station, which is now surrounded by makeshift camps and improvised mancios. What is going on here? You arrive at the gate. A pair of gruff-looking mercenaries walk out to meet you and give you half-hearted hail. The first one to speak is a tall, lean, tainted fellow armed with a barbed spear. Gotta say, you folks just keep popping up like wraiths around a rotten corpse. He sighs heavily. Oh, I did not sigh that heavily. All right, move your arse over there and try to settle in without a fuss. He points to a large area outside of the lone stone walls, just northwest of the way station itself. Maybe we can cheer him up. What's up with your attitude? There's a brief pause, but then the mercenary sighs again and seems to deflate. His frustration gives way to wariness. Listen, I did not mean to bite your head off, stranger. It's not your fault. It's this. His gaze wanders around the way station with disgust. Now, granted, all of this crowd was pretty fun and profitable in the beginning, but now the whole place looks and smells like a war camp. Soon after it began, folks started bickering for all sorts of shit. The best camp spot, more water from the well, more food, and on and on and on. Fights broke out. Some of our guys got badly hurt when they went in and break them up. The other merc... You ask them if he knows the reason for the sudden influx of Comitati and travelers. There's all sorts of rumors, but you better ask around yourself, because I ain't sure what to believe anymore, the tall fellow answers. And please, just don't give us a hard time, all right? Move your people and stuff to the place I pointed you, and everything will be dandy. And with that, he bows his head and lights up a bogweed reefer. Delicious. You nod to the mercenary and lead the Comitatus to the designated spot. The crew strikes camp, and everyone is settled in after a quarter of an hour. Time to explore. We've reached our first place, sheltered in an arid basin. Surrounded by stone walls and guarded by grim mercenaries, Karnak Station provides all the illusion of safety most travelers crave. Yet a quick glance at the many signs of past destruction tell a tale of raiders, rock storms, or worse. Despite rebuilding time and again, it is not long before the jagged waste claims this place for good. All right, Karnak Way Station, looking good, looking very cozy out there, really exposed. I used to have these fantasies when I was younger of like camping on top of a mountain, like the very top. And one day I went to a number of them. Nothing like so crazy. I'm not like. Anyways, went to the top of them and I get up there and I'm like, it is fucking cold and it is windy and I do not want to camp here. We go to the valley below. And that's how I learned that this was actually a fantasy and the reality of it, not good. Don't do it. We got stories, the guarded compound. We also got stuff over here, right? You can go to the market. We can go to the Mancio. This is like where people just kind of come to hang out, where you can hire people and this and that. You can get passengers and rumors and all kinds of things. And factions? Let me deliver bogweed. Well, we can't do it because we don't have enough space. And yeah, anyways, so yeah, you can get all kinds of things here. You can buy some stuff. Doesn't really look like you can buy anything here. But I mean, let's just go. The guarded compound. The whole warband is crowded with people. Travelers, comitatus crews, vagrants, mercenary warbands, trading house agents, smugglers, prostitutes, thieves, and of course, beggars. The largest stone building housing the tavern is filled to the brim with customers. So much so that you cannot get inside for a drink. What the fuck are we doing here? Luckily, they had the sense to set up a bar outside too. Okay, I take it back. And the kitchens try to serve as many of the clientele as possible. Should you be into Jakra meat steaks or fried horv larvae, that is. Oh, and I am. The noise and the stench of sweat and booze makes you feel like you are in a war camp. Asking around, you hear of several organizations looking for transportation of goods and personnel. Eat, drink, chat with travelers. After ordering a mug of mushroom ale and some food, you sit down on a bench under dusty awnings and take a look around. There are all kinds of people here. Ferocious-looking orc mercenaries arm wrestle at a long table nearby, laughing out loud at bawdy jokes, a tainted woman juggling knives with 6 long, 3-jointed arms, intimidating dragonkin warriors in colorful steel armor, Tarkian traders lounging on a large pillow with a small portable table with cups of coffee and a hookah, a dwarf selling scavenged junk from the back of a tumble-down car, even weird insect people you have never seen before, chittering away in their melodious language. There are some other Vagrus you can talk to and soon learn the reason for the state of this place. Apparently, the Imperial legions have closed off the only pass through the Sepis Mountains and the south not too long ago, turning back anyone and everyone on both sides. This plunged the travel plans and business enterprises of many into utter chaos. People suspect that it is a reaction to the strange earthquake several weeks ago and the terrible windstorms that followed. The winds have been crazier than usual ever since, and many people engulfed by them complained about having nightmares and constant headaches. It's not great. Let's ask if there's work. Clearly, while most travelers are trying to figure out what to do now, the representatives of civil organizations are looking for Vagrus to take their cargo north, mostly to Orszag shelter. Hey, we're going there. I don't really know. This is going to be the same thing, yeah. I thought it was a different thing. Ask about the Winds of the Dreams. That seems interesting. A young but uncharacteristically talkative Ascolite novice has a sizable audience gathered around him when he relates what he has gathered on the topic of the winds that have gone mad. It all started weeks ago with that earthquake. People say that the epicenter was somewhere southwest of here. Since then, the wind is changed. Almost everyone here has had bad dreams or heard strange voices in the wind. The further southwest one goes, the more intense it gets. Many of his audience complain about headaches they get ever since they have heard the voices. There's hushed talk of travelers going insane, and their brains literally burning to a crisp. Though such talk is difficult to believe. Ask something else. I think we're fine here. We'll just do something else. I don't want to, I'm going to read a lot, but we don't need to read everything. And I'm going to put this question to you folks. I mean, I've already set this up from that intro as a Let's Play where I'm going to do a lot of reading. What are your thoughts? Too much reading? Too slow? Is the voice acting completely inane and awful? Let me know your thoughts on that. I'm having fun, so I'll probably at least keep doing the voice acting no matter what you say. But I still am curious, so feed that curiosity there for me, okay? Much appreciated. Put it down in the comments. Let's talk to the agents of factions. A quick survey of the options reveals several factions that are willing to pay you for hauling their cargo and taking some people to Orszag's shelter to the north. There are the agents of trading house trying to cut losses, as well as a bunch of shady fellows, probably smugglers, who promise that you will not regret taking them and their stuff to the great city. Another group, some pilgrims who want to reach a shrine in the south, now wish to turn back towards the shelter. Last but not least, there is a company of foreign merchants from the Dragonlands looking for a new market. Whoever you choose, you will not be able to strike a deal with another group, and you will have to make sure that the goods and passengers arrive at their destination safe and sound. Well, obviously, the smugglers are off, right? We're trying to do the nice thing here. Are we religious? Yeah. I'm going to say that we are. I think our guy is going to be, he's going to be religious. That seems good. I am not a religious individual myself, but hey, let's go for it. Let's help them out. That's kind of, all right, we're kind of growing the story of the character here. We are out here to do good in all ways we can. And that comes to us from God. Which God? I don't actually know. There's probably a few in here. I know that there's the Church of Sergorod, which if we read about, this institution of the God of Vengeance. It is tasked with upholding the law in cities, hunting down criminals, and delivering justice by imperial decree. Oh boy. Vengeance isn't really what we were going for, so I'm going to walk it back. I don't know if this is who we are. I don't know if we have other gods available to us. I'm going to walk it back. Two empty cargo. Can I walk it back? Okay, it's already done. Nope. Okay. I don't know if we're actually followers of the Church of Sergorod, but we have great reverence for the faiths of the world. How about that? The deal is struck fairly quickly as the pilgrims are getting very eager to leave and reach Orszag's shelter. There are 8 of them, all grim members of the Church of Sergorod. They also carry a sizable cargo of sacrificial wine that they were originally taking to a shrine in the far south. As per the agreement, you have to travel to the city without unnecessary delay, and they will add the remaining supplies to your stores when you arrive. It will be handsomely contemplated when you reach the shelter's gates. 2 empty cargo slots. Looks like we got it. The whole compound is crowded. Yeah. We can just leave the compound, and now we can kind of just take a look here and see what we might want to do. Probably nothing. I got luxury wine here. And we're probably not going to sell anything because we don't actually know the price of things. Right? Is this a good price? Is it a bad price? Unknown to me. But we may just end up carrying it and coming back here. Can look at equipment. Do I have money? I got some money. I got to be really careful with money. Because I have definitely run out of money and been screwed before. Now, awnings being a very cheap thing, less consumption for our workers seems like a really good thing, right? A small amount of money will convert into supplies. Guard animals and skewers. Combat strength. Yeah, no. I think not. We'll spend the 4 of that, but that's it. We're not going to go crazy with the money. And we can exchange news. This is something that's really, really worth doing everywhere you go. Refresh news. We receive nothing. But when we get to our location, there, we will be able to trade it. It depends on how fresh it is. There's a number of things. We got rumors the gates are closed now. We could buy the rumors. We can also take passengers. Travelers turn back from the south. I don't actually know what this means. Like, what? It looks like a lizard on a stick or something. And then an axe. I never did manage to find out what that means. But we're going to Orszag's shelter. And we're going straight there. We'll take you as well. Buying the rumors. I don't actually know what these do. Rumors. Strange ones, people are furious. But who now have a lot of unsold merchandise in their hands due to the blockade down south. They say that wine might fetch an especially good price up north. So you're saying that I should potentially buy some wine? Is this a good price? Luxury wine? Is there any other kind of wine? There is just wine. Okay. I bought some wine. I bought 10 wine. Is this a good idea? Crap. We need 2 spots. And apparently... How does this make sense? We have the luxury wine. Do you take up space here? What's going on? It doesn't seem like it. Why do I have only... Why don't I... did I screw myself here? What's with the deal with the cargo? I don't actually understand. Like, does selling this do anything? I have a cargo hold. I don't really understand why my cargo is 100 out of 121. I've now just wasted some money on the wine. Okay. I can no longer buy anything. It's because they take up too much space. Do I need to sell a timber? It makes no fucking difference. There. Okay? I've wasted a whole bunch of money. I'm gonna buy the damn wine again as well. And just go back to 10. Okay, fine. I'm done with this place. Actually, can't do that. Yes. Load up the cargo and put up the passengers. Check. 40 wine. Yeah, they're bringing a lot of wine with us. As your crew loads the cargo, your newcomers take their place along the line and on the carts. They remind you that going anywhere other than Orszag's shelter renders your agreement null and void. Yeah. I can just go here. And you can also, like, work extra hard, which we're going to do. But now we're going to sleep. I don't really know... You can do max march. Does it actually hurt you, though? Don't know. Seems like a good thing to do. Let's end the day. And we camp. Possibility of getting attacked. You can post guards if we don't have it. We lose obedience, which is basically the morale of our slaves. I will pay now. The slaves are disgruntled. That is always a sign the morale and discipline is severely impaired and comitatus. A random inventory of your goods reveals that some of your wares have been stolen. Must have been the slaves. We can try and punish them. Try and earn their trust by being lenient. We fail miserably. They have more defiance. Great. -1 obedience. That went poorly. Okay. Continue onward. Perhaps we can turn our things around. Can't feel live things change their mood. Worse, you only annoy people with trying. A hauler gets fed up at being treated like dirt and decides to leave her crew today. No amount of guile or promises can convince her to stay. -1 worker. I don't know why everyone's so upset already. We haven't done anything. I guess we make camp. We just make camp. I can give double. Wow, why is my crew shattered? What? If I just put, well, we're broken. Is it because I'm driving them too hard? I bet it is. Okay, we have to give them double. We have to start trying to get this back up. And we're just going to continue straight up along the road. And then we camp here. And we can get things back up to steady. And we could stop paying so much extra. And we can reach Orszag's shelter. The comitatus is inside of the nearby settlement, eager to get some well-deserved rest. But what do you What do the people who you took on at Karnak say about this? They seem happy to have reached their destination. The great Blackblood Mountain towers ahead, crowned with black fortresses and jagged battlements. The single immense wall that blocks entry into the barrels of the mountain looms ahead. Your passengers are making ready to depart, but first they check their cargo. Something is missing. Shit, somebody stole their stuff. The passengers scold you and start to unload their cargo right away. They tell you that despite you having brought them to Orszag shelter, they will not pay you because you managed to lose part of their cargo. They also promise that their faction will not look past such a slight. 100% wine. Mine... They're gone. So this has just gone terribly for us so far. We didn't get any reward for the wine. And this is what we're going to have to expect here, is just mistakes and bad things happening to us all the time. But we've reached our destination. And with that, we are going to put a cut in here and continue this in another episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm really excited, even though I probably force marching my group caused problems for me. And those problems are just going to snowball. But we're doing hard mode, right? I didn't want their wine. That's all. I was lenient with the slaves because we're cool. We're nice. We're nice to our slaves. No mistakes have been done. All is according to plan. I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. I've got 3 of them at the time of this recording. Daniel Barasabo, Ramgar MT, and Pasakaru. Much appreciated. You can find a link to my Patreon down below if you're interested in supporting the channel. If you don't want to go that path, well, hitting the like button is the easiest, quickest way to both support the channel writ large, but also support this particular series and let people know, hey man, there's some Vagrus out there. Y'all should check it out. Helps out the algorithm is what I'm saying. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to catch more videos. I got lots of stuff coming out. Also, I got a Discord, Twitter, and Twitch. You can find all this stuff down below. And until next time, I hope you guys are going to join me on this journey. It hasn't been the ideal start, but that's fine, right? This is a hard game. The world is dark and dire, and we're in it for the story. So I hope you guys join me for that story. And until next time, my name is Man the Maker. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day.